Please subscribe to my channel where I'll be showing you different things as far as living in your truth in a room full of family who is different. Now, I want you to come in and check it out. Come on, Raven. Come on, girl. All right now. Yes.
Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting it in? Body getting the fight. What's going on, people? What's going on, people? It is the day of another day that we call Monday. And it would have been said, what's going to people whose body's doing everything as far as being prosperity in this life of living. You know, it's funny because I'm always thinking how is it that when I'm on the camera and stuff, my voice sounds one way. When I'm here, my voice is like I'm talking through this trombone. Anyway, what's good, people? I'm going to tell you about something. Now, you know, something I didn't tell you in reference to me going out on Saturday and stuff. I met a man, of course. It's not odd for me to meet a man when it comes to New York. It's so funny because I could go across the water and I meet a man like this that want to try to build something with me versus, you know, over here in Jersey and stuff, you know, it's very different as far as the climate of men and stuff. I always found it very weird how it is right across the water and it is like so accessible for guys, you know, to want to be with me. And sometimes trying to make it work in reference to, you know, a relationship. And it's different because the area, as far as New York people were there, they seem to be on another time frame, mental frame of mind versus the people in Jersey and stuff. Now, a lot of times the people in Jersey, they're doing the same thing, but they're just more secretive about it and stuff. And I guess they don't want people to know what they're into, what it gets to be. Not that anybody's checking for them, because for some reason, people feel as though that their life is so important that everybody needs to know. And unfortunately, in some cases, that may be a little true because a lot of times people who don't have a life, they want to find out what's going on with yours. You know, which came to me yesterday. I had to go to the store and stuff and, you know, go to Boost Mobile and stuff. And I was walking down the street, this guy sits there and he stands to the side, and, you know, him and his friend, you know, and I knew what was going on. The thing about it with me is that, you know, I'm always incognito. I'm always covered up and stuff because, listen, I don't know where this woman's going to take me. But I'm trying to make it with my car. If I make it there or not, I don't know. But it's very hard trying to hold this to something when you have anger issues and stuff. And the thing about it is that I always feel as though it's so important for someone to come out their face on you. And, you know, I always try to make sure I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. You know what I mean? So I always kind of like prepared for war. And, you know, I should live that type of life. But unfortunately, in the world we live in, I never know, and I do blame a lot of it on the videos I have made in reference to a lot of girls like me being murdered and stuff. And, you know, sometimes I've been trying to shy a little bit away from it. If you notice, I really don't post so many things about the girls like me as far as a couple of stories I could have posted about girl get beat up and stuff. I didn't post it because, you know, it just makes me depressed and think about it. Sometimes I think, well, I'm depressed. I'm dancing to you something. I make you depressed. And that's not what I want to do. You know, I want you to stay woke in reference to, you know, what's going on with the world. I don't want you to just walk around, oh, nilly-lilly, saying, oh, I think it's fine, they're living for us, they're living us our life, and we know reality, trying to take our life and stuff. You know, and someone asked me online, it was like, Raven, I'm so glad I wasn't born male or two spirits and stuff. You know, basically, I'm assuming they were born a woman. So, the thing is that, I always tell you this, and I'm going to say this again. The reason why you stand out because your purpose in life here is more important than you think it is. The reason why people can spook you is because someone who's like you can understand where you're coming from and you actually help save their life as far as that day. We are in this world in the belly of the beast, and there are a lot of people out here who are against us. You may be walking past someone on their last days in reference to they want to kill themselves, and they see you walking through life like pain and dust, like they're like, well, damn, girl. You know, and they run behind, you know, they looking and saying, you know, this girl is, you know, she's paying no mind, and, you know, she don't care, and basically you're teaching her, and it's not just a trans thing, it can also be a female thing, or it may be a man who's on the deal that we can't come out as far as being his truth, and he may get tired of saying, you know what, I'm tired of dogging women, because I'm not really sexually satisfied with a woman. So I'm just dogging him and treating him like dirt and cheating on him because I can't live in my truth. So maybe that day he'll say, you know what, I'm apologize to all the women I have dogged, and I'm going to live in my truth and stuff. You never know how many soldiers you're saving as far as being a person that's not passable, blended in. The power that you have to possess, that you have to understand, is that the fact that you don't care, you still break through no matter what people say or do, and you don't respond to it as far as fighting. You actually walk past life as unbothered. You know, and that's the one thing about living in this world. We have to learn how to practice the unbothered and ignoring. Me, myself, you know, I'm a work in progress. You know, I'm almost there, but I've done very much better as far as myself and living and stuff, you know. I learned how to ignore a lot, you know. Now back to the story I was telling you, I met a guy. So I met this guy over there in New York and stuff like that. I met him a few years ago. I was working in the bar, and he was explaining to me how nice I was to him and stuff. God, he might be watching this video. So he was explaining how nice I was to him. I never treated him bad, and you know, I always hooked him up, you know, with drinks and stuff. He said, you always was really nice to me and stuff, and you know, I don't forget that. He said, now that I've changed, I'm not going to go into his business, but he said, now that I've changed and I got my life together, I want, you know, he wanted to see if he could get something working between me and him. And, you know, and with me, in order to step to me, you have to be a certain type of guy you have to be a comedian, you have to be funny, you have to make me laugh. If you mean, if you come at me, if you disrespectful, I don't want to be around you. If I see you making fun of other people, I see you laughing at other people, I don't want to be around you. I just don't. That's your thing. I get it. That's what you do, but that's not what I want to bring to me. You know what I mean? Because I always feel as though nobody really picked the bodies or whatever they look like. They just deal with the cards that they have and stuff. And, you know, I ran into another girl who's seen her lost her way and stuff, and he kind of just looked at her and said, So I gave her a couple dollars, you know, but anyway. So the thing is, you know, we started talking. It's like, he took me out to get some coffee, which is very interesting. He was a black man. Took me out to get some coffee and stuff, and, you know, we sat in Starbucks in the village and had coffee, which, look, Raven sitting in Starbucks drinking coffee. I mean, I love coffee and tea because, you know, I love that. That's my go-to drink. But the thing about it is I was sitting here, and it was very interesting. And as I was sitting, he was showing me his different work and stuff that he does as far as working. You know, I thought it was very interesting, and that one thought was like, wow, is this what it would be like to have a boyfriend now? And one half of me, by me being a Gemini, is saying, you know, I could possibly do this. Another half of me saying, girl, why are you sitting here looking at it? Just take it up and just push it all over. But, you know, you have to be really nice and stuff. You have to fight that demon. So it's like, why are you wasting your time, you know? But I said I'm going to, you know, just listen around, stuff like that. It was very interesting. It was very nice and stuff. And I was like, okay. Gave me a hug, goodbye, talk to you later. We're going to check out each other again. And, you know, it was so positive, you know what I mean? Now, we know that I'm not really ready for a relationship because I'm a jaded bitter bitch. You know, I'm not too much bullshit I'm going to handle. The proper way is normally somebody else, you know. I don't know how the way to put it, but if I'm the kind of bitch that if you slap me, if I say something wrong, you say, bitch, you know, don't disrespect me. Mother's gonna hit you back. And I think they look at that and they look at my size and stuff and say, oh, this bitch is a big bitch. So they like, you know, they think about it as well. But, you know, it was very positive stuff. But the next day came, which would never meet him because obviously this is over with already. And the thing about it was that he called me in the morning and he sent me some stuff as far as pictures and stuff, you know, and I asked him for a picture of him, and he sent me a picture and stuff, you know. You know, you can put it in your phone and stuff as far as saving pictures, you know, as far as with his name. A very nice looking guy. But the one thing that he said to me that really pissed me off was, everywhere I go, I get attention because I'm just that fine. Now, you know, mother suffers from a lot of insecurities, and, you know, fine is not one of my securities. You know, I found 1,000 things wrong with me, and whatever I don't find out, people point out to me. So I get to see this. Now, I'm sitting next to somebody who's very confident, very conceited, and it makes me feel uneasy now. I know I maybe shouldn't feel that way, but I don't like those people, you know what I mean? So I kind of like, you know, I didn't want to judge, you know what I mean? So I was like, like, I don't like your kind of people, you know. I can hear with somebody who's not, you know, I just not, when it comes up to looks and stuff, I don't like to be around those people. I like to be around people that have fun, have a good time, we're doing this, we're doing that. But if you got to pull out your mirror and start, oh my God, girl, look, and, I don't want to be around you. Listen, I can respect you as far as this is where you at. Or if it's a guy, he's like, oh my God, well, girls keep looking at me. I can respect that. I just visit me 5 minutes. I'm gonna leave you alone because I don't want to be around it. Now the thing about it is that he gave me a call that morning and stuff, which is the next day and stuff. We got on the phone and stuff, and we interact back and forth. And I said something to him. I'm not gonna say exactly everything with that as far as email, but it was kind of like little, you know, you do the little play and stuff in the morning. And he sent me something which was really early in the morning, but I dealt with it. I'm trying to change as far as people texting me early in the morning because I used to have a fit. But I'm trying to change, work with me. And the thing is that he said I sent something to him like a bunch of times, and he just called me and said, listen, I don't know the kind of games you like to play, but don't be playing games with me on my phone. Don't be sending me a whole bunch of texts to me and you saying the same thing. So I was like, well, I'm sorry, I didn't know that's what happened. He's like, okay then, well, just make sure you keep a note of it. So I was like, well, damn, how did I do that, So I said, well, it's the phone and stuff. So I checked the messages, and it did not say sent through a bunch of times. It was like, well, so I checked it and everything, and I didn't see anything that was on it, that showed me that I had sent it a whole bunch of times. So I was saying to myself, I don't know why did he do that? Like, why would he say that I sent it a whole bunch of times and it didn't come through now? I mean, it didn't. I said, oh. He wants to reprimand me to make sure I know my place to see if I was the kind of person that would stand up to him once he make, comments to let me know that I sent it a bunch of times. And of course he sent me back a good emails and reference that, but of course, I haven't answered. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about me. First of all, you're not going to control me. If I sent a whole bunch of times, normally it say, hey, did you know that you sent this thing coming through a bunch of times? Because I don't know if you know, but I wouldn't call somebody to say, I don't know the games that you're playing here, So my thing is, if I'm playing games, then you know me, then I'm gonna play my ass out your way. Now the simple fact that he sent me he's not emails, but he sent me back. I keep saying emails, but he texted me.
Raven.
He texted me back and everything, and of course,
Raven, come here.
Wait a minute.
Come here, girl. Let me see. Whoa.
Okay. Go back.
Stop.
Okay. So the thing about it is that, he texted me and everything, and, he was like, well, basically saying something back so I could say something back. I wouldn't say nothing back. Like, I'm done. First of all, I went to the park yesterday because, Saturday. What's Saturday? See, my mom is shot, but Saturday. I went to Saturday because I was already shot. My mom was, really. I needed some air because I was stressed out because a lot of things going behind the scenes. And like I said before, I did the video reference to pointless because I'm over men and everything always go back to the same thing of what you was once born and all this whole oopala and stuff like that. And it just gets old. And I talked to guys in reference to me and stuff that I dealt with in the past, and they concurred basically that's the problem because of what I really am, and that's the only reason why they were not, with me and stuff because of what I am. Now, reality is that, they have no problem with me, but they're worried what other people are going to say, so it becomes pointless to me. Here is a man, of course, I don't think he would really care as much because he's out there, kid in the bar, and I work at the gay club and stuff, but, the thing about it with me is you're stepping to me, you have to be so polished. You don't have to be perfect, you know what I mean? But you can't come at me. You can't come at me because, listen, I love men, don't get me wrong, but I still see you as the enemy. That means when I see the enemy, that means my guard is up. I don't know what you're going to do. I don't want you to fix me nothing because God said, let me cook you some food. Bitch, you won't cook nothing here. In fact, you won't even bring me nothing to eat. And that's from the videos and stuff because I don't trust them and, I just don't get it. And I think the problem with me as far as not trusting them and not watching other people sound like, well, they got what they deserve. The shit isn't allowed. And I'm like, what? She got what she deserved. He knew. Oh, girl, he didn't. Okay. No. You know, it's just so much negativity, and then it's the thing of how many of these straight men out here, how come a straight man wants to be with me, and yet still you so straight, I'll knock a nigga out or bitch out, and yet still you suck dick better than me, and you take dick better than me. Child, who's in charge of these straight men? You know, it's just a big mess. And I know some of you guys get it. Oh, maybe just because I take dick in my butt don't make me gay. Listen, whatever floats your boat. I really could care less about this point of my life for you men who like to get it up the butt. You know, my thing is, if that's you, that's your thing. Like, I don't care. Do you, boo-boo? You know, the thing about it just gets me, you know, I just don't get it. When I went behind one guy, I'm about to get a little graphic here. I went behind one guy, I almost fell in by the whole time. He's like, you're my friend. I was like, bitch. Your mouth is saying one thing, but this motherfucker is saying, honey, everybody done been this motherfucker. He's like, oh, you my friend. I know you don't believe me. Do you believe you? Listen, I'm not in the business of changing nobody. If you believe this is your first time, boo-boo, then that's your first. And I know a first what a first feels like, and I know what a first doesn't feel like, honey. If I could take my hair and stick my wigs and throw them in your ass, and you wouldn't even know I'm putting them in there, bitch. First or what? But anyway, that being said, you know, the thing about it was that, you know, I talked to guys and stuff like that, and of course, you know, I brought up the age stuff. I was like, you know, because you out there being naughty and stuff, and I'm asking, I'm like, you know, because I know I got my age test and everything back, you know, I'm good, but I don't know what's going on with you, and that's another thing. You know, and I was like, he said, oh no, I'm clean. I was like, but are you really clean? I don't trust, I have trust issues like a bitch, and I just don't trust the men and stuff like that. And I said to myself, even if I'm in a relationship with a man, what happens when he goes out with his boys and stuff, and you know, he might be hitting one of his boys off or something like that, his boy might be jacking him in the back, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, like, I don't think I'm ready to date, you know, I'm not there, I'm definitely not there and stuff, but you know, this is just the issue as far as, you know, me around conceited men and stuff. He was so conceited, he was so convinced, and I can't do it. You know, I can't do it. And I've learned that a lot of men think that they're the God skipped the earth. They're the most beautiful thing walking the earth, and that's fine. I really don't care. My thing is if you ain't the funniest man in the world, I don't want to be bothered with you. But the thing about it is that the world is packed with a lot of guys trying to be so mean. I don't get it. Anyway, that being said, I done lost my concentration because it is what it is. Anyway, it is now officially May the 1st, and I'd like to say happy birthday to Sweet 7. Tomorrow's your birthday, so happy birthday.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
And I want to give that shout out to you, all you Taurus people out there. Celebrate your birthday. You know, it's Gemini's are coming next month, so, you know, the thing about it is I just thought it was next month. You know, I don't want to celebrate it, and I won't. But anyway, I just want to say happy birthday, to Sweet 7. I'm not going to say no more than that. You know, I can put much information out there because, you know, I always believe everything between us should be secure. Between me and you, not between me, you, and, you know. I like to keep that there. Unless you're that dude. But he probably, you wouldn't know who he was either. You know, I still keep a lot of my secrets because I'm not going to put them out there like that. You know what I mean? Even though some of them, you know, I'm not going to say that either. But, you know, I know some of you watch. And I see names pop up. Anyway. I just want to share this with you and stuff like that, you know, as far as, you know, my day and what happened that I forgot to tell you about the guy I met on Saturday. That's officially gone, so obviously it won't be no videos of him. Anyway, that being said, hopefully you're having a great Monday, and I want to let you know that I love you, and I want to thank you for watching Catch the Rain.
Well, thank you for watching Catch the Rave. If you're a new person, please subscribe to my channel so you don't have to miss out on any of these videos, which you can find amazing. I want to let you know that I love you, and I want to thank you for watching Catch the Rave.